So after an extremely dangerous harvest of this Cape buffalo, I'm going to show you guys today how to do a dangerously tasty dish called ossobuco. So the first step is you want to pat down these shanks. You want to get all that moisture out. It's going to help sear this better without having extra juice. So once you've done that, you want to season this meat. Salt, bit of pepper. Once you've seasoned the meat, you want to get some flour and you want to dust it, lightly dust each side of that. Perfect. Once the shank's looking like that, you're good to go. So then you're going to grab a Dutch oven, turn it on medium heat, get a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, or just a little splash. I don't really measure when I'm cooking. Probably should though. So once your oil is starting to loosen up and move around that pot really smoothly, you want to put these shanks in. Ultimately, you want to leave this in from anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes, but I just use my judgment. So as you can see there, it's browned up, it's crisped up, it's looking great, it's smelling even better. It's time to flip them over. So what we're seeing now is the marrow of the bone is starting to melt. There's beautiful fatty flavors coming from that bone, starting to drizzle out and soak up into this meat, and you're definitely going to taste it later on. So once your shanks are cooked, get them out of that pot and just rest them. Wow, amazing. So it's really important not to clean this pot out. All this beautiful brown caramelization should stay in, and it's gonna wash off later on and really just resonate in those flavors. So the next stage of this dish is we're gonna add a saute in. It's gonna be carrot, celery, and onion, and a little bit of garlic. Now just give these veggies a little bit of a stir and let that set for 5 minutes. Once these veggies have really sauteed nicely, soaked up all those flavors, the garlic's melted, it's all looking a little bit translucent, I want you to add some beef stock. Okay, so then what you want to do, once that stock is in there, you want to go around the bowl with a wooden spoon and scrape off all that brown caramelization. There's a lot of flavor in there, and once you get that off the pan and into that beef stock, it's seriously amazing stuff. So now it's time to drop in my secret weapon, the bouquet garnier. Oh, beautiful. You're really getting a strong sense of that umami flavor. It's time to put those shanks in and add a few more ingredients. Get yourself some marsala. You want dry marsala, which is like a red wine kind of cooking wine. Add about 1.5 cups of that. Whole can of tomatoes, peeled tomatoes. In you go. Then we're gonna add some tomato paste, bit of concentrate, bit of salt, and then pepper. And then you're going to reintroduce those beautiful shanks. In they go. So once those shanks are in, you drench them in all those beautiful juices, that sauce that you've been working so hard to create, and then you let them sit for up to 2 hours on low heat. Now I'm going to make some gremolata to garnish on the top of this beautiful piece of protein once we're finished. So you're going to need some parsley. You're going to chop it up really fine. Shave some lemon zest on there. Then we're going to chop up a little bit of garlic. Let's check out how this ossobuco is looking. All these flavors have really soaked into this meat. This looking super tender. It's basically falling off the bone. Ossobuco actually means hole in the bone in Italian. It's an Italian dish, and you can see why. It's in reference to that shin bone and the marrow being melted out. And this is going to be absolutely delicious. It's got to be careful because it is so tender, it is literally going to fall off the bone. So just do this last bit with as much care as you can. Wow, amazing. ladle some of these beautiful juices that we've worked super hard on. Put a lot of love into this dish, so we're gonna just ladle a little bit on top. Look at that, hey? And then we're gonna get our gremolata. We're just gonna sprinkle that on top. And there you have it, folks. That is literally one of the most dangerous animals that you can find in Africa, now made into a delicious, delicate dish of osso buco.